with the draft about a month away, it's become clear that the Bears will be picking a new quarterback after trading Justin Fields.
And look who's here. We missed him. Kevin Powell from WGN Radio. Kevin, I know you were a Justin Fields fan.
Yes.
Classy guy.
Classy guy.
But he's gone.
He's gone. And I think I will say this, though, and it's not all on the organization, but it's another Bears failure when it comes to the quarterback. Justin was put into a terrible situation. He was drafted by a GM and coached by a coach. We all kind of figure we're only going to be around for one more year, and that was exactly the case. They moved on from Pace, they moved on from Nagy, and then Justin had to reset into a new offense, and then there's a rebuild with a new general manager. It was a very difficult position for Justin to be in. And this past season, if you were a Fields fan and you wanted him to be the guy long term, you wanted Justin and the offense to leave no doubt. That was not the case, though. There are so many great highlight reel plays from Justin, and there were at times he carried the team and carried the offense. But passing the football statistically, bottom third in just about every category. So it just, to me, it's kind of been trending this way for a while. I anticipated them to move on from Justin Fields. And yeah, classy guy, he was a professional. And I know a lot of fans were supportive of him, and they still wanted Justin to be the guy. To me, though, you can't pass on the Caleb opportunity. Yeah. You can't. And it's an exciting time for the Bears. It does feel a little different here. They have back-to-back first picks overall. And, Caleb is going to be entering a situation where most rookie quarterbacks don't go to. They didn't earn the top pick. Carolina did. Mm-hmm. And you look at Carolina right now and Bryce Young, that's the opposite of what Caleb is going to be walking into. Bryce Young at Carolina, that's a depleted roster. Mm-hmm. They don't have a lot of stars around him. And I think Ryan Poles is doing everything he can to put his rookie quarterback into a good situation in year one. The trade for Keenan Allen. He is an outstanding receiver. Yeah. You have DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift, the running back. That's a good core to have around your rookie quarterback. He's going to be in a really great position. And for Caleb, too, hearing him talk at the Combine and then hearing him talk at his pro day at USC, checking the two, the remaining boxes for me. He has answered all the questions that have been out there. I know a lot has been made of the viral video of him getting very emotional after a USC game and crying in the stands. Modern day athlete is not afraid to show emotions, and I think that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
That is a good thing, right? The whole football tough guy thing. Let's get over it, okay?
And I mean, these guys are playing their hearts out. They want to win each and every game.
And I thought
emotions are high.
He gave a great answer to that. He said, I was emotional because he felt like he let his teammates down. Mm-hmm. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So hearing him talk, and I think when the debate between Justin and Caleb, which goes back even to last season, I think a lot of people didn't really have a great grasp of Caleb Williams, the player or the person, and I feel like we have a better understanding of who Caleb is now. And look, they're going to draft Caleb number one. I mean, Matt Nagy was there, and Ryan Poles. I think they had a dozen personnel staff from the front office at the USC Pro Day. He's checked all the boxes to me. I think the upside is there. I think he's extremely talented. I think he understands what comes with being a quarterback these days. It's much more than just your play. That's part of the gig. You have to every week you're going to be talking to reporters, and you're the face of the franchise. But it is a very exciting time for the Bears. On top of
and the Bears going to remain in Chicago, they're saying, and they won't be the Arlington Heights Bears. So there's that as well. So they say. They tell us.
I'm still thinking Arlington Heights for the Bears. We will see. We'll see where that goes. I still think they're going to end up in Arlington Heights. But
you think so?
Yes. Oh yeah.
You think that now, like they were playing in Chicago with Arlington Heights, you think that they're now playing Arlington Heights with Chicago?
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
You heard it here.
Who is your source,
I would
Powell?
be. I'll say this. I would be. Where's the camera? I gotta get this one.
Right there.
There I am. Hello. I would be very surprised if the Bears build a new stadium on the lakefront.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident they will be playing in Arlington Heights someday.
All right. Let me ask you this, because I heard that Caleb Williams wasn't necessarily happy, enthused to possibly be drafted by the Bears. Now, this is pre-Justin Fields going away. Where does he stand now on possibly becoming a Chicago Bear?
So he's been asked about that too, and I think he's answered it great. I mean, look, some of that stuff was just out there. People were just kind of throwing that out there, like, oh, maybe he wouldn't want to go to Chicago because of the history of quarterbacks and the struggle the quarterbacks have had here. He has an opportunity to go number one, and he has talked about that. He's like, my mindset is being the top quarterback drafted, the top player drafted in the upcoming draft. And, you know, Caleb Williams' dad was at the pro day, and he was shaking hands with the head coach and talking to Matt Eberflus and the whole crew. So
there's a lot of pressure being not only number one in the draft, but also being drafted into such a storied program.
For sure.
Like the Bears, wanting to have a championship.
I think he wants that spotlight. You know, I think he does, and I think he understands it. The spotlight's been on him for a long time. I mean, this was one of the top prospects coming out of high school and then going into college, and his time at USC. He understands it all, you know, and I think he's handled it professionally, and he's handled it great. So he's going to be number one. And on top of that, the Bears have the 9th pick as well.
Yeah.
And they could add another piece to the offense, whether it's a receiver or maybe they add an edge rusher. But they're in a very good spot right now.
So a lot to be excited about.
And it feels like this is a good time for our Chicago Bears.
All right. And we always have a good time with you, Kevin Powell. Thanks for coming in. You can catch him weekdays from 1 to 7 on WGN Radio.